Hey there, welcome back to my channel. My name's Alex. Today I'm going to be talking about how to quit smoking weed. Coming from someone that's been smoking weed for over 10 years, I started from 16, 15 years old, over a decade after that, pretty consistently, like some days every day for some months and like very little breaks in between, very high tolerance. And I smoked through, you're developing, the peak of your brain development years are like 15, 16 through like 23 to 25 years old. Smoked well before and past that. So it was really wired in my brain to be smoking cannabis all the time. And I got out and life is way better here on this side. So this video is for people that are trying to get off of weed. I have a video that I did before this one on why I quit smoking weed. This one is how I got out. Let's get on with the video. I got 4 tips for you. So first tip, make a solid decision that you're gonna quit weed for good. You're getting it out of your life. Why are you doing this? List all the negative things that are happening in your life and really look at it and be like, and all the positives. If you can think of any positive, a real positive that it's actually giving you value in your life. Don't say it's helping your anxiety, because let's be real for most people, this is spiraling your anxiety worse. At least it was for me, at least it was for everyone that I've talked to. It makes their anxiety a lot worse. And when the days that you're not smoking because you ran out or something, your anxiety gets worse than it would be if you were just anxious. So list all those reasons and make that solid decision. Like, I'm done with this. I'm ready to put this behind and move forward in life and not ever, because for me, I'm telling you right now, no weed, no alcohol, I feel clear. Life is 10 times better on this side without having these emotional crutches to latch onto. So leaving that part behind, making that decision that it is no longer a part of you. No more, no relapses, whatever comes from all the negative feelings that come from quitting, I'm going to just take them head on and deal with them. Okay, first tip, make the decision. Second tip, let your people know in your life and examine the relationships that you have told and how they react. If your friends, if your buddies are all kind of weirded out by the fact that you're quitting and they won't respect you to not smoke in front of you or to not offer you weed, and you always try quitting and it never works, or if they're even sabotaging you, or any negative reaction is a red flag. I'm just gonna be real about it. Any negative reaction to you wanting to quit smoking weed and they're acting all weird about it is a red flag, and either have a serious dialogue with them, or it's better off to move forward and find new friends. Because that's a hard one, because especially with someone that's like a really good friend of yours, you start drifting apart. If they're not on your level for sure, you're just gonna drift apart. And so you got to have that conversation, and that's a lot of it. I really wrapped myself around communities that were cool with it, that never called me out on being stoned all the time, and any of that. If anything, they applauded me or laughed at it or gave me validation for it. They didn't really call me out for it, and I was not having a good life, and I was not living my best life. So you want to hang out with people that are applauding you and encouraging you to live your best life. And if you're telling them that this is not your best life and they're trying to sabotage that or giving you a weird reaction for it, that's a red flag, baby. Anyways, so let your relationships know and then see how they react. And just notice. You don't have to make any quick decision, but just notice how that plays out. Third suggestion, tip, is tossing all of your paraphernalia out. And when I say tossing it all out, maybe you can sell them to people that you don't know. Just get rid of it and make sure it's far away. After you're done, like maybe you have some fancy ball that costs you $1,000, $2,000. Sell it, get rid of it. Make sure it's far away. At least you got some money for it. And with pipes and things like that, for me, I shattered everything, put it in a bag, all my weed and everything, same shattered glass and everything, and threw it away at the closest gas station at, well, not the closest, a really far away gas station, like 35 miles from here. threw it out in the gas station garbage barrel that they have like in between the gas posts or whatever, and made sure I drove very far away from it. And by the time I came back home, and if I really wanted to come back and rescue it, they would have changed the trash bag anyway. So that's just what I needed. The ceremony of doing that, having it in the car with me, and I'm driving down the hill to go take it to this place and throwing it out and then leaving it behind and getting really far away from it, that for some reason wired in my brain that I was done. So doing these ceremonies and going back to the first point, like making that decision, if you need to tell yourself in the mirror, doing these things so it can really wire in your brain so you know for yourself, you're discerning for yourself that this is what you want, you know? So when you get tempted again, you can remember, like, I threw all my stuff away. I made a really strong effort to throw it all away and never look back. And I'm not going to just let this little weak moment, I'm not going to just throw it all away for a weak moment. You know what I mean? So that always helps. And then this last tip is looking at yourself, seeing how you're becoming. If you continue this pattern of smoking weed, isolating yourself, spending money you don't have, and all this stuff, and getting all the anxiety, the social anxiety, and how much worse it gets over the years, and imagining yourself 5 years from now doing the same garbage over and over and over again, and how you were 3 years ago, 5 years ago, and how much worse it got till now, and how much worse this aspect of your life. Of course, there's other aspects of your life that's getting better, careers, all that stuff. But in this aspect, how that you'll become and how it's affecting all these other good stuff in your life. And then, taking it back to where you are now, and then looking at if you quit now, right now that you're watching this video, you're stoned right now watching it. If you quit today, right now, and never looked back, in 5 years, you start working today, you start working towards your goals and all these things, and it's noticing how you are sober and enjoying your life sober and doing all these things, how you'll be in 5 years. And now you have these two selves. They're both you, but they're both two selves that are potential future yous, and you're running towards one and you're escaping the other one. That helps a little bit pull you forward, you know what I mean? Especially that nice goal that you have to set. You're going to look at a joint and be like, at least for me, I can look at weed now and be like, damn, that's not worth it for me. Because I'm trying to build an online presence. I'm trying to start these little businesses. I have a podcast. I have all these things. And I cannot get behind a microphone during a podcast and interview someone high as hell. I cannot go take pictures for clients and do it super stoned. I just can't. That's just not part of my future. So it's just not worth it, even on my downtime, to do it, because tomorrow morning it's still getting affected by what I'm doing right now. When I'm getting stoned, if I were to get high as hell right now, super stoned, and then tomorrow I'll still feel it in the morning. So it's just not conducive to the future me that I want. I can talk about this forever, y'all, but these are my 4 tips. Reach out to me. I'll leave my Instagram and I'll leave my podcast channel and all that for you to check it out. I'm sure you'll like something that I put out there. But if you need someone to talk to or something, reach out to me on Instagram. And yeah, let's chat. I mean, if you have an issue or something like that, because I'm sober, clear, I'm telling you, life is better on this side and worth it. To all the struggles and everything that you need to do to get out of smoking weed every day, if you need to quit, for sure, it's worth it. And if you need some help, someone to talk to, if you feel like you're alone in this journey, please don't feel that way. I'm going to leave my link to my Instagram down below. You can reach out to me there. I'll also leave my podcast channel. I mentioned that in here, and just other stuff that I'm doing down in the description box. But reach out to me on Instagram, and I can honestly say I have advice to give. With all the experience that I have at this point, I got some solid advice to give. If you have some question or just need someone to talk to about this because you feel alone in it. I know for me it was super embarrassing even talking about it because of all the stigma and all the the negativity that I put myself through and all the negative beliefs that I had about myself even being in this hole of being addicted to cannabis. But let me know if you have any questions. Comment down below if this is actually of value for you. And like I said, reach me out to me on Instagram. I would love to chat or help out in any way I can. There's a Facebook group that I was really a part of that's called Quit Smoking Weed or something like that, Quitting Cannabis, something like that. I'll leave a link down below as well. And yeah, get healthy, get happy. Life is better sober, for sure, especially when you're working on yourself and you're clear-minded and you're clear thinking and clear and your memories back and all of that. It's much better on this side. Anyways, have a good rest of your day, and thanks for watching.